Hey, did you know that Two Girls Shooting the Shit is on Instagram and Facebook? We'd love to hear your feedback, episode suggestions, or just chat with you about life. So follow, comment, and share.
Want somebody
Yeah.
to wipe your folds? Is that what you're talking about? That's so
we should
nasty.
make a hit. I need someone to wipe my folds tonight.
My folds.
Whose folds? Yours. Ooh, what are you drinking?
This right here is called Kill the Sun. It's a 12%er from this brewery called
Ooh.
Ex Novo in New Mexico.
Wait, how do you spell sun?
S-U-N.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kill the Sun. It's a barrel
I don't
aged
know, with that
imperial
shirt, I
stout.
just-
This one's a
Hey, look at you
coffee-
knowing your beers.
Yeah, it's a coffee stout. 12%er, so don't stand up too quick.
Yeah.
12%. What are you drinking, Mo?
Yeah, what you got?
I have some water, lime juice, Topo
What?
Chico,
Hey, I like Topo Chico.
And-
You can't go wrong with that.
and
What the hell is Topo Chico?
the bitters on
It's like
top
mineral water, but it was
Yeah.
like
with a twist of grapefruit.
outside of Mexico.
Pamplemousse? No, I don't.
Topo Chico's dope. Like, especially if you
Good.
mix
Oh.
that with some espresso.
What?
Yeah, you make an espresso soda. It's dope.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, that hurts my soul. I can't.
It's so good.
I love coffee, anything coffee up, but I don't know about Topo
With
Chico,
soda?
whatever.
Yeah, well, as long as it's plain flavor, you can't be going with like. I tried lime once and I messed up. I was like, no,
With coffee,
Yeah,
it
that
just wasn't
sounds
good with
disgusting.
not with.
I'd
the
probably
lime.
drink it. Anything coffee, I'll drink. So what are we doing?
So what we doing? What you got, Mo? What's on the agenda?
We don't have an agenda. We're shooting the shit.
All right, then that sounds good. Then so I was in my
Who
group
are
chat.
you?
Who am I?
Yeah. Oh,
That's-
yeah. First of all,
Hey, that's probably good to know. They probably want to know who
Yeah.
I am. So my name is Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
dang, you're giving your government.
Oh my gosh, I straight
Social security
did.
number. Let's go.
Hey, you know, all about that scam nation. No, so Chris. So I know Emily, right? When we went to high school together. She was the star volleyball
No.
player, basketball
Stop
player,
Aw.
track and field.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yep.
Whatever.
What are you drinking
Chris
over
was,
there?
Chris was playing in that band. I remember that.
That's right.
We had not an official band. It was like a whole bunch of people who played instruments. For some reason, I'm picturing John in there too. John.
John
Put
was
his,
up in
I'm
there.
gonna bleep that out.
Government name?
I'm gonna bleep that out. I know.
Oh, hey, what? Yeah. He was up in there.
But it was
With
pretty
Mr.
good for like
Mr.
not an
G.
official band.
Everyone
got
can
down.
everyone can play the Who. Was it the Who? Or was it Queen? Shoot, I don't even know.
I don't know either. But yeah, we went to high school together.
That's right. And here we are. What, like about
Podcasting.
Right?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Did you go to the reunion? You didn't go to the reunion, right?
No, I was on
I feel like
I was on the Facebook Live. You guys were saying what's up to me.
Oh, cool.
I don't remember a lot of that night.
Y'all went to the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sitting
I
there, in
remember
your,
that.
sitting there in your Letterman jackets that still fit like they were yesterday.
Aw.
I don't know about that. A little snug, a little short in the arm and the back.
Right. So,
Oh, you got all kind of tattoos?
yeah.
Talk about it. What you got going on here? What is that?
So I got all kinds of tattoos going.
Okay.
Wow.
Just kind of
Okay.
felt I had to kind of break out of that shell. I was like sheltered up in high school.
Who wasn't? We went to a private Catholic high school.
I didn't go to any of the dances.
Catholic thread again.
Mhm.
I didn't go to any of the dances. Y'all were all partying. I didn't do any of that.
No,
just
don't even
went-
say y'all were party.
I just went straight home. I think the only thing I got into was a attempt for senior ditch day. We had to, it was the whole
I
thing
didn't
about
even do any of that.
getting on the campus the night before. And
I just did senior year.
Messing it up or whatever.
yeah. The thing we were going to try to do, but we couldn't because the powers that be were like working
knew
too
about it.
close with the man.
Mm-hmm.
you know, Master B.
Ooh, Ooh, oh yeah.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't
Mo's
really
like, what?
she's like,
Illuminati, all through your body.
you
Massive
know,
B.
the person listening to this is probably cutting up in their car right now because honestly, like I love listening to podcasts where people get all crass and they cut up. You kind of wish that you could be there with them. So I think that the listener is enjoying this.
Somebody in your house, Mo.
Pantera's crying.
Oh,
You know,
those are her babies.
something about cats like recognizing like invisible people in your house is kind of
I don't
creepy.
do that. I don't. Cats don't like me, but my dog will do that. I have a dog, and he will let you know what's up, and it's scary. If he's looking in the corner and there's nothing in the corner, I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
And I get scared and I run away.
When I'm lighting candles and all of a sudden the flame's blowing out and there's no air on, I'm kind of freaked out, aren't you? I mean,
you're lighting candles? What are you lighting candles for? What's going on?
I was.
Now you need to explain yourself. He's over here drinking his
mean,
12% and lighting candles.
Right, I'd be doing the same.
He's in the bubble bath. Are you in the bubble bath?
I mean, you know, when you try to turn on some Sade, you trying to set the mood, you know?
Oh,
Yep.
No
Sade.
ordinary
You gotta treat
love.
yourself.
No ordinary love.
Mm-mm.
What are you
I
drinking?
love Sade.
M.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
I'm embarrassed. It's water with like some watermelon.
God damn.
Wait,
She's just like,
For the culture. For the culture.
she's like, I'm recovering.
It's early for me. I gotta wait till the kids go to bed before.
I'm trying to get my electrolytes. That's what she
I
said.
am. Gotta keep the skin from drying out.
Hey, so you guys
In
are all
my, in
professional.
my age.
You guys got headphones on too. Look at that. I love
Well, I did,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, it's gonna sound bad, so let me fix that.
it.
Microphones. You know, we're trying to do it up.
Yeah, you could. Okay, okay.
Oh, you put it in a.
I put it in a jar.
Damn, is that
You know,
straight
we
up in
put
a
it-
mason jar or
We
what?
put anything in a jar. You know how we do. You know how
Damn,
we do it.
okay. Can I get some sweet tea, please?
And I'm drinking out of one. See?
Oh man, she's repurposing
I
things.
don't even know what happened.
She done. Love it. Love
You
it.
even
So,
got
Chris.
the proper glass and stuff. So why
No,
is that in
Gold rim, gold rim.
So why is that in a wine glass, or looks like a wine glass, a mini wine glass?
Because they're just proper about it, you know. So it's there we go. Let me put it the KTS, the kill the sun.
Kill this. Oh, you're all official.
Right?
Drinking the drink in the actual drink's glass.
In
Look
the
at-
actual drinks glass, and it came with a challenge coin too, by the way. So that
Oh, fun.
anytime you roll into the
Wow.
brewery, you can get $1 off.
Wait, you said I can't say that word.
Yeah,
Like-
off the 5 ounce, or you can get a free
Brewery.
flight. So it's pretty chill.
Brewery.
I can't
Brewery.
say it. It hurts my head.
You can't say it.
No.
You're Southern too. Maybe that's part of it. You got that brewery.
Brewery.
Bruh.
You're ridiculous.
Man, this is at the beginning. This, and you're drinking Topo Chico, right? Like that's what's
Water.
going on there?
Yeah, water, Topo Chico, lime juice, and some
Lime
monk fruit.
Monk
It's a-
fruit.
Yeah,
Get the hell out of here.
Sweeten it.
Monk fruit.
yeah, and then
Explain
just dab a little bit of the bitters on it, and makes it taste like alcohol.
Bitters.
Yeah,
And makes it taste like alcohol.
Why
yeah,
not just have the alcohol?
because
'Cause
why
it's
have
Monday.
alcohol is
Exactly.
it's not alkaline.
Oh, Lord.
So what she's trying to say is like her pH balance, pH stand for something else. Okay.
What? Over my head.
Oh Lord.
Things be getting
Why is
crazy.
it hot in here?
Men
what's up?
Pause. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Menopause. Girl,
I
we
mean,
are
but look,
far from that, I hope. So you're in New Mexico.
so I'm in New Mexico. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
How long have you been
What's
there?
that like?
I moved
Yeah.
out here 14 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
You've been there
14
for a
years ago.
while.
Oh yeah, for career. And it's definitely I'll tell you this, it kind of reminds me of Riverside. Like
Riverside?
like a part of it, like it's Albuquerque's like a metro. So everything is all kind of in one spot. So for us, it's like, folks we might gripe about driving 30 minutes somewhere, because everything is like 30 minutes, everything's like 30
Right.
minutes away. In Cali, the drive is
Yeah.
like 45 minutes one way.
Right.
It used to
You know
be
what I mean?
30 back in the day.
Yeah, But it's pretty chill out here. You know, we get all 4 seasons.
Do you get snow?
Wow.
Yeah, and sometimes in the
that.
same damn day. I can't think of any other place that I would want to move to at this point. It's kind of like off the grid, you know?
Off the
Breaking
grid.
Bad.
Right? That's what it made me think of too.
know.
You know what's crazy about that? My dad came out here, so I
Yeah.
took him on like kind of a homemade Breaking Bad tour. Took him to like Walter White's house. My dad gets out of the car, and he wants to like get a picture in front of the house, but then the garage opens because like the lady, she has the camera set up for anyone who comes up, because I guess in the beginning, bands would go there and like all people would go there and they would throw the pizza on the roof and then take the picture. And so she got kind of tired.
Yeah, so
she got tired
Yeah.
of having to clean the
sucks for her.
pizzas off the roof. So she installed cameras. And so
Mhm.
folks can't actually stand on the driveway like they were really standing on that driveway.
Yeah.
And so my dad was there. My dad was kind of standing in front. He wanted a picture. And I was like, Dad, go get closer. And then the garage opened and he was like, ah, and he just started running back to the car. I said, Dad, you can't be chicken like that. Come on, let's get this picture.
I mean, you
He's
came
like,
all the way out
it's
here.
good. He's like, no, it's good. So then I took him to the park where they were sitting in the park, you know, and so we did that one. And I get my car wash at the car wash pretty much like all the time. So
At their car wash.
it's called, it's Mr. Car Wash here, but like it's like a giant, like you've seen it on the show.
That's a good show.
Yeah. So that's what's up. So Emily, are you still out in the IE?
No.
Where are you at?
Do you see my face? Oh
The disrespect.
no. Oh.
Oh,
I am in NorCal. I am about 15 minutes east of Oakland.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's like Old Sac, right?
No.
No.
My
Walnut.
face, no. We're like an hour plus from Sacramento.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
been a minute
so-
for me. I lived in
Okay.
Modesto before I moved here.
Okay. Not quite as far up as to where I am, but I
Ooh.
like it up here. Ooh.
I'm good.
Mo used to be here too. Mo used to be in the Bay with me.
Really? And why'd you leave?
She's a New Yorker.
Yeah.
That's why.
I had to suck up energy from New York. It was just too slow for me.
I mean,
I
some of the
know.
things. What do you love about New York?
Well, nothing right now. I'm just kidding.
COVID done killed New York for her.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I was like a vampire of New York. Like I just went and sucked up the culture and energy. It just was. I can't even explain. It's just a magic of New York. Just being there.
Can't do New York.
Okay. Like
I feel like it's so interesting that you you love New York, you thrive in New York. Like that's like the energy and stuff. And for me, it's like, ugh, like I can't do it.
So what is it about New York that you can't do?
Just too many people. It smells. There's piss everywhere. It's just grimy to me. Like it's just.
I love that.
Yeah,
Like,
where did you go? I mean, there's so many.
I mean,
beautiful
in the
places
city,
here.
when I was in my days
Oh yeah, even then.
when I was coming through and not seeing you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not. I'm a Cali girl.
I mean, New York is like, I want to go to a spot and get some pizza, right? But I don't want to go to the spots that are too like touristy. I want to
Yeah, of
go
course.
to the spot where the dude's wearing the gold chain and he's got like, he's, you know what I mean?
Chest
Like,
hairs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Couple
I
of
wanna find-
hairs,
Yeah, because it's good. He's like laboring over the pie, right?
That sweat. Yeah.
Have you done it? I mean, do you like to travel?
Oh yeah, I love to travel.
Like when possible or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, all the traveling I've been doing lately is for soccer matches. So essentially, like in 2 weeks, I'm going to, or not this week, but the next week, I'll be going out to El Paso for a soccer match. Then
Ooh,
Colorado
that's fun.
Springs, and 2 weeks later, and so we just be traveling for a lot of away matches typically. And we kind of go and check out the places to eat while you're there.
My husband and I stay on that triple D list, and wherever we go, like after law school, he got his LLM at Georgetown, so we drove to DC, and on the way through, we made like a list of like all the diners, drive-in, and dives, Guy Fieri's places or whatever, to stop. And like we went, we stopped at like the Neely's in like Memphis, and there was like a Chino Bandito or whatever in Mesa, Arizona, which is like Jamaican food, Chinese food, and something else, Mexican food. And it was all mixed together. So you could get like an orange chicken burrito with like
Ooh.
jerk chicken. Like, I mean, you could just mix the whole, it was so good.
Is that your favorite?
So far, yeah. Yeah, but we've done a lot of different spots. So we're always, anytime we go anywhere, we look on that list to see, what's recommended or whatever.
I'm so glad that she said diners, drives, and what was the last D?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I was just like, man,
What's
I'm
Triple
glad
D?
because I was like,
Food Network. I like food a lot.
I'm like 12%, and I heard D's, and I was like, I don't want to know what the last D was.
Triple D's.
Yeah, I was like,
what is
I
she
don't
talking
know.
about?
So my sister's out in Piscataway, New Jersey. So she's not too far.
Piscataway.
The Music Man, right? That sounds familiar.
She's going to Rutgers right now, so she's out there. But I'm trying to get out to New Jersey to visit her. So
cool.
Jersey.
Go see a hockey game while I'm there. Or something.
Ooh.
Hockey and soccer.
Boom. Yeah, those are the two things that you haven't trolled me enough, or what?
No, I knew this. I haven't been. I stepped away from social media for a minute, so I haven't. I knew about the soccer stuff, but I haven't really. I don't know. It got funky. I don't know. Trump messed up my whole universe with Facebook, so I had to just take a minute.
We were just canceling people. We were just deleting people, just unfriending people.
Catharsis. I deleted my account, but I think
Did you really?
I think I need to open it back up for
come back
for the podcast, but I know myself, and it'll just become.
What will you do?
A whole
thing.
I'll start re-adding people, and like doing all of that. And
I'm about to do a mass delete.
Yeah.
Are you about to do a mass delete? Why?
I'm about to. I was thinking about it, and it's like, they always say that you should keep people with opposing viewpoints, and it's healthy for you and whatever. And I'm sitting here like, this is the forum where I like to enjoy my friendships, keep in touch with people that I care about. Yeah. I don't need opposing viewpoints there. I live with opposing viewpoints.
Yeah,
my husband and I are different.
You can have opposing on Instagram.
Yeah, or whatever. But like on Facebook, I'm kind of upset that I allowed myself to get removed from a forum that I enjoyed and that kept me close to people that I love because of the people that are rude and like to troll. You know what I mean? So I think I just need to go through and be like, you got to go. Even if you're family, even if you're whatever, you got to go. This is my safe place. I should be able to post what I want. I should be able to share what I want.
It's like your house.
And not feel. Yeah. So I'm kind of in a place where I'm kind of mad that happened. Because now I'm like getting back on and I'm like, oh, this friend is pregnant. Like, I didn't know that. Like, she's having another baby, or this person, like I missed out on life things.
Okay.
Of the friends that you care about but aren't in touch with daily, that type of a thing. So
how many friends do you have on Facebook? Like a rough count?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even look at that. I have no idea.
So like I have like 900 friends on there, and I know I don't talk to 900 people very often.
Yeah, no way.
But I don't even know. I feel like I don't even know 9 people really. Like but there's like support group type. Like I have like a mom support group that I've missed out on.
Yeah, they're really good for
those types of things. Yeah.
I'm about to rejoin. Shoot. There's no escape.
I don't know. I always feel like I'm trying to downsize, trying to figure out who I could
simplify
take
your
off.
life.
Who am I not talking to? But it's like
you're not talking to 900 people.
But then you get into that thing. You're like, oh, I know this person because I managed this band. I know this person because I was in high school
managing
with this person.
Band.
Yeah. Person because we like soccer. Like, and you start like just going down this tunnel, and it's like, damn,
I'm not very
social.
delete
Anybody.
See, I'm not like that.
I don't have all that.
Facebook is for friends and family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Instagram is for anybody.
Nice. Okay, so I'm in the anybody category.
Yeah. I like Instagram better.
Yeah, me too.
Instagram is dope. Just pictures, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that much interaction if you don't want to. You know what I mean? You have control over that.
If they had an events section, that would be all I would need. Yeah.
Okay.
Events, that would be great.
You know
Tell him
what I've been trying. I don't know if you have tried this, but Clubhouse. Have you tried Clubhouse at all?
Yeah, Mo is all about it.
Clubhouse. Yeah,
I deleted it.
What?
Yeah, well, I requested to be deleted. I don't know how that works.
So let's talk about it. Why did you like Clubhouse?
Because I was using it just for voices in the background, and then once I listened to it, I found it was very weird with salespeople and things like that, and scammers, and then also these overly I don't even know the word. grateful people like who just seem to be fake. So it'd just be like, hi, Emily, I just want to give you the space to be yourself and hold yourself
Oh,
in your own light and love. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah,
that's
brother,
not real.
sister. I'm like, y'all sound fake as hell.
Oh my God.
So I had
You know-
to leave. There was one group that actually was real, but I wasn't staying on just for that one group.
I feel like there aren't that many people on it either. Like we tried
Yeah,
to
'cause
do
it's
our
in beta.
Thursdays on Clubhouse and it was just like nobody showed up. So then when we brought it to Instagram, obviously everybody's on Instagram.
Right.
So more people showed up, popped in and out, and it's just an easier format too, I feel like, because we could see each other and
Yeah,
all
I think
of that.
that's something with the visual. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of times when you have audio only, you get people trying to hide. What are you hiding from? Yes, I
Yeah.
know it's a lot like people get on there and fight. There have been a lot of fights. People got
On
canceled.
Clubhouse?
Yes, on Clubhouse. Google, what's her name? Tiffany
Dang.
Haddish Clubhouse.
Oh yeah. No, I heard
Yeah,
about
there's
that.
always some kind of story on Clubhouse, and it's just like, what the?
I
I
don't
mean,
need
I
a
like.
drama in my
Do
life.
you remember when Periscope was new on Twitter? So Periscope was dope because I remember that was cool because you could see, as like a visual type thing, and you would chat, and it was cool when people would like pull up. This is just me probably being juvenile, but it was cool when people would pull up to like Taco Bell and maybe order and stuff, and you could tell them, "Hey, order this," and and like so you're like kind of chatting with someone while they're visually filming stuff, and like. I thought Periscope was dope, but like,
Wait, like vocally, like not texting?
no, it'd just be like texting, like
Okay.
like just
like Instagram,
like
kind of.
yeah, like just
Instagram
texting
Live.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. But it was just cool what people were using Periscope for. They were using it for stuff like that. Like I'm at the Taco Bell parking lot. What should I order? And then all these people are being interactive, or when the rapper Merce did like a 24-hour rap-a-thon. And he was trying to set a Guinness Book World Record of the longest rap that could exist, and it was basically him just 24 hours just rapping, just in a room, So that was cool. But Clubhouse I've used it a little bit. It's been cool. It's like people talking in the background. It's like an ongoing podcast, but it's like you could kind of contribute to the conversations. It's cool late in the night if you just want to like just be in a room and just like laugh at some stupid shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I would fall asleep and then I'd wake up and it'd still be on.
Still be on. Yeah.
Okay,
it literally happened to me too.
This isn't healthy.
I'm in a relationship with Clubhouse. I had to cut it off.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've been added into other people's rooms without my intending to be like so I'm trying to swipe stuff up. Remember I told you I ended up in someone we know's room and I'm like, well, I wasn't trying to be here, like because it pops up like so and so.
It doesn't give it.
It just started. Yeah, and so I'm trying to swipe it off my home screen, and then I'm in the room listening to their conversation.
You don't get a yes or no. You just get a swipe.
Yeah, just boom, I'm in there.
I mean, Twitter's got something similar. They got Twitter Spaces, which is kind of similar to
Clubhouse. They started doing that. I was like, wow, they copying. What is that about?
Well, because Twitter tried to buy Clubhouse for $4 billion, and Clubhouse wasn't gonna sell to them, but they realized that was the value that a company was gonna buy them for, so they just trying to come up with the money themselves.
Ooh, you got the tea. You got the tea. I love it.
I got the tea.
That's really cool. So that was the technology they wanted, and so
yeah, because what happened was the guys that created Clubhouse created They created one before called Highlight. And Highlight didn't really go off as well, so then they created Clubhouse, and it's these two gents, and they figured it out. And so Twitter Space is trying to basically obviously do the same thing. The thing that they're trying to thrive on is that Clubhouse is only iOS currently, while they're still trying to get Android for Clubhouse. Twitter Spaces is like as long as the person has it, whether they're Android or iOS, everyone else can fall into the room.
Dang.
Just because you follow that person. You know what I mean?
It's cutthroat out there. Dang.
It is.
Yeah.
These apps.
So I mean, $4 billion though. I mean, damn, can I just get 500,000?
Right?
You know what I mean? I don't need all that money. Like
exactly.
Can I just get like an honest wage? Like,
right?
Just give me $500,000. Like, shoot.
Preach.
I promise I won't order pizza every other weekend, but I mean, like,
I mean, I can't promise that, but I want my reparations. I do know that.
hey, but let's talk about that on the real, right? Because I don't get to have that conversation with anybody. Does it feel
Why
kind of
not?
like, because all my friends
Are
are
you the only?
non-black?
Yeah.
I'm like the only black guy, so I can't have
You're not token.
I can't have honest conversations with anybody because at some point, like, they
It gets
want to
ugly.
start inserting themselves in the conversation. But it's like
I don't know about your friends, yo.
I know. Now I'm like, we need to say.
This
This
is
is why he's like,
toxic.
save me, save
Hey,
me.
so
Yeah.
you guys needed a third co-host, right? Because that's where I'm we can have a fourth person on screen. But it's like, I feel like things are turning around, kind of. I feel like because of the amount of awareness out there, I feel like there's opportunity that's coming to our folks that maybe we couldn't get before. And I feel like we're starting to see it. Maybe like a lot of the obstacles or the roadblocks, the things that made it hard, I think people are looking at it twice and going, okay, well, why is this way?
Mhm.
We need to remove these barriers so that all folks can have an opportunity at this. I mean, I see it with things like Oscars and Grammys. I see it with like in the music industry a little bit, just with like how people are getting opportunity or chances to like thrive. And it seems like it's a little slow in terms of like career. I feel like now there's an opportunity. It's turning around. Like, I mean, like it's cool. Like the other day, I'll give you an example. Like I'm watching the UFC wrap up, right? And they're talking to Usman, and they're asking him, "Hey, are you gonna fight Francis Ngannou?" And he's like, "No, I'd rather there be two Africans with belts than one African with two belts." And I thought,
Aw.
dope,
Okay.
That's
dope.
awakening. That's awakening. When you see
right?
that there is no pie, that life is not a slice of pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
enough
that's
for
turning
us.
around and pulling somebody else up
Exactly.
out that crab. That we always say crabs in a barrel.
Crabs
or
in a
whatever.
barrel.
Right. You
And
made
That's
it
just
out
a
to the
human
top.
thing. Yeah.
And they're trying to be role models for the folks to be like, yo, like you guys can do this too. So I thought, okay, that's tight. Like, the Africans, the brothers in the UFC are trying to like kind of unite and kind of each stand there with a championship belt instead of trying to, necessarily fight each other and have this dominion. They're trying to represent something different. So that's real chill.
That's symbolic too, because that's how, like, people are so stuck in that scarcity mindset that they don't realize by helping someone up, you're helping yourself and you're helping generations.
You're opening it up. Yeah, you're opening it up to more than just you. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's that selfish scarcity mindset, and it's frustrating. But yeah, like I'm seeing more and more of that. And so that's good to see.
So
I think on the converse, though,
go ahead.
You're also getting the people who weren't about it that are becoming more and more vocal and more present to push back against it. So I feel like some people are either waking up to this and trying to embrace it and grow in their awareness of whatever biases they may have or whatever opportunities that they have maybe inadvertently shut people out of. But then there's also the people who like things the way they were and are getting a little upset about it and are digging their heels in a little more. So I feel like you've got it's on both ends.
Well, in the soccer community, it's really progressive because a lot of the white folks in the soccer community, their first thought is making sure that Black folks, are included. Like, so they've not only perfected the ally piece, but they're like just making sure that that Black folks or people of color are like included in all initiatives. And I thought, man, that's really great that they're seeing that, like it's definitely would be like going out of their way, right? But it definitely does seem like that's just an inclusion point. Like inclusivity is happening so much more in areas like that. And soccer is something where it's like, unless you live in the world, like, like Africa or Jamaica, like soccer is not like a big sport that's pushed to like Black folks. You know what I mean? It's typically just basketball and football. So like inclusion is really happening. Like, so something I could tell you about, right? So I'm starting a supporters group in soccer, which ultimately, like, every team has a supporters group. It's like they're not really fans, they're like supporters, because there's like a difference. Fans just are fans and supporters are like people who invest. They're like with the team no matter what. They're not fair weather. So one of the things that's kind of a new trend in soccer community is supporters groups, and Black supporters groups at that. So basically, like supporters groups to come together to create a safe space for Black folks to basically kind of unite and commune in the soccer community, and then they're using those groups to promote and celebrate Black culture. And so I'm starting a group out here called Black Diamonds, and it's basically like, you know, and it's legit because it's like it's a place for all the soccer fans that are already there that maybe just sit so spread out, where you feel like you only see the next Black person when you're in the beer line. So we're like, you know, coming together in the same space, kind of uniting. Cool. And then from there, it's like now there's a little representation inside the community, but now we can also then use that group as like kind of an ambassador or like a liaison to invite Black folks from outside the soccer community to come check out the beautiful game, because we know that Black folks are more likely going to come to a soccer match if other Black folks are there. That's just how that's going to work.
And when you say Black folks, are you talking about Black American?
Black Americans, but also African too.
Yeah, because I feel like that in other countries, soccer is more prevalent. So
it's like the world's game.
So it's common, like it wouldn't be uncommon to see Black people liking soccer. So I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, no, that's a good point for sure. And so, you know, because here, I mean, like I'll talk to like another Black person who's like 35 or so, you know, just I'm using the age correlation because it's like, that's like, you know, who I'm talking to. And they're like, what's soccer? And I'm like, what? What do you mean what's soccer? You know, and it's like, but I had to remember soccer. The first, and I'm like,
I could see that.
Because not everyone had exposure. Like,
inner city kids, get them to playing soccer. That would be good.
Could you imagine though, the next like Ronaldo or someone is like the inner city Black kid? Well, just like, but the next like, you know, the next Pele, the next like, you know, it could be any of these kids that are out there thinking, hey, well, I'm trying to get signed to the NBA. But like, I mean, you know, that could be a little bit harder, right? Because not every Black kid's going to get an NBA contract. You know, just unfortunately, that's just
why is this still a discussion though? I feel like that's sad because it is. This isn't the first time this week I've heard this conversation about, you know, these not pipe dreams, because you should shoot for the stars. You may be one, but it's like, let's make it realistic. This is not for you to get a damn contract. This is for you to learn how to interact with people, to learn how to support, to learn how to build your self-esteem and your confidence, communication skills, your interdependence.
Right.
And I think that's very important. And so, start a youth thing. Thanks.
Yeah. So I mean, like what we're hoping. Well, what we're hoping to do though is like not only just obviously have a supporters group for ourselves or to bring in folks into the community, but also to like we want to see the soccer club, as they're offering a lot of these amenities out to like the Hispanic community and like the Native community, offer out some of this stuff to the Black community too. Like, you know, like show these kids how to play soccer, like bring that sport to them. Like let them also be able to get tickets to the game and experience the game.
It's probably a lack of demand, or maybe no one ever said that. So maybe you can officially
that's good.
Or do,
that's,
you know.
That's where I'm finding myself too. And that's where I kind of go back to what we talked about the other day on Instagram, is that, you know, I didn't really grow up that way. I didn't grow up with all my like Black family around me. Like I grew up in Riverside with just my immediate family. I didn't really have a lot of the mulatto and all that sort of thing. I didn't have the mahogany Christmas cards and like the Black Santas.
Christmas card.
I didn't have all that stuff.
What decade are you in, dude?
I didn't have any of that stuff. And so it wasn't normal to me, you know? And so
neither did we, right? I mean, that's
but I mean, my family's from Bama though. Like my family's from Alabama. All my family is either in Alabama, Garland, Texas, or like New York. And so I didn't really grow up like knowing all them. And so later in life, now I'm like trying to get real Afrocentric. I'm trying to embrace all that.
This is we had a whole
episode
unapologetically Black. Yeah,
we sounds exactly the same.
But I'm curious, when did you become aware that you were Black? Like when, like I feel like there's a moment where there's like an awakening of like, oh, I'm Black, and this is what being Black means to me.
I am other, like they say.
I really
an othering moment, maybe an othering moment.
I really talked about this. Yeah,
we talked about times that we've been called the N-word. I mean, Mo's got stories, I've got stories. We talked about times where we just realized we were not like all the other people around us because we grew up around mostly white people. So what's your I'm Black moment?
Okay. I do like this. This is a good question, go ahead and edit this and throw this in the beginning while they're still paying attention.
Right. Before they cut out.
No, honestly, I will say that the moment that I had that was, oh God, it was right before Trump's presidency, like during the whole presidential campaign.
Wow.
That's when I really had that moment because I was sitting in a church and I was the only black man in the church. The whole church was basically white, Native, Hispanic. And the moment that everyone's kind of, on this sort of conservative, like Blue Lives Matter kind of stride, that's when I really noticed my skin color. And so I really had a hard time going to that congregation.
That late in your life. That was
because
the
the rest
time
of the time in life, I've pretty much never looked at my skin, never worried, because I've always really thrived on being eclectic and being so diverse and like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna like sushi and I'm gonna like heavy metal and I'm gonna like skateboarding and I'm gonna like all the stuff that isn't accessible to me. I'm gonna go outside of, the things that are marketed directly to me. And I've always lived that way.
I have a question about that though.
Okay.
Because
giving it power.
Well, I'm wondering because you and I grew up we went to high school in the same high school, same environment.
Right.
And I feel like I was very different in high school because of what I was surrounded by, the music I listened to, the way I dressed, the people I dated, all of that. And it wasn't until for me, I went to college and I was around not a whole lot of Black people, but I went to UCLA. So there were Black people there. There was Black culture stuff. I had no idea. You asked me what Black culture is. I couldn't tell you. Right. And so I don't know. I'm kind of curious and I'm just asking. This has whatever your answer is, is whatever. But do you think that was by choice or was that an attempt to fit in with the people around you?
So when I was like 12 or 13, my parents kind of reeled me in. I was going to Mountain View Middle School in Moreno Valley at the time. And my parents kind of reeled me in because I was always walking home with all the Black kids, and they were kind of telling me about how when they were growing up, it was a little rough and how I had to kind of work twice as hard as like the white kids. And essentially like they were telling me like, not to get caught up with like the hoodlum kids, right? Like to kind of separate myself to not be like brought into a stereotype. So I think right then at that time, an impressionist age, like I stopped
180.
I stopped like kind of hanging around the kids that eventually did go to gangs. I mean, they did.
Yeah.
They did go to gangs and whatnot. And I started just kind of, putting myself around a more diverse crowd and whatnot. And I'll tell you, it wasn't really, like I said, like around the same time that I noticed my skin color, like maybe like a couple months later from that, a dude that I know at work, he had pulled me in. He was another Black man. And he pulled me in. He was like, yo, bro. He's like, what's up, my brother? And he hugged me. And I felt like this sort of out of body experience, kind of like I felt light on my feet for a moment because I was like, wow, I've never felt the embrace from another Black man,
a connection.
Like that. And I was like, wow, I was like, that was amazing. And I thought, man, I really I felt like the love. I felt like a part of it. I felt a part of it for a minute. And I was like, wow. Like, and I've told this to so many people and I told this to that guy. I said, man, I've never felt that connection with another Black man like that. I felt like I was genuinely a part of.
You belonged to something. Belonged. Yeah.
And I was like,
this
wow.
Is crazy.
Like, and then I went to another event where, again, there was just lots of Black folk there, and like, and it was like, I mean, you had a good array of it. You definitely had like the African like descent as well. Like you could see it. Like you had it all spread out, and they were just like, hey, how you doing, my brother? Like, love you, this and that. And I was just like, man, this is so amazing. Like, and
there's an energy. It's like
seems so like tucked away, like so tucked away. You know what I mean? Like the way the diamonds in the rough, like that's how it was. And so that's always kind of been my motivation when I created this Black Diamonds group was we were once diamonds in the rough, but now it's time to rise and shine. You know what I mean? It's time to.
Oh, look at Chris.
And so I just want to I want other people to have that same experience. And so this journey for me is a journey to get more in touch with that side of life that I don't know, and to really embrace and really try things, really, I just bought a book. It's the Adinkra symbols and alphabet. It's like the language of the Asante people, the West Africans. So I just bought a book to kind of learn the alphabet, and And
Look
then I
at
was on
you.
YouTube the other day looking up the cuisine
Shoot.
because we have some soccer players that are
Yes.
from Ghana and from Uganda. And I'm like, man, I really want to try to get in touch with some of this cuisine and taste some of this stuff and learn some culture and embrace this because I don't know that.
Do
You
you
know?
know? Do you know where your history goes back to? Like, have you done like an
I
21
haven't
and
done
Me
like
type
any of
thing or any of that?
those 23s. All I know is
Or
that
23?
like,
was it 20? What did I say?
is it
I
23
don't
and
know
Me or
what I
something
said.
like that?
That's it,
21
21.
Oh yeah. Right. No, all I do know about my family currently is that like we have Scottish, Choctaw Indian, and like, and of course like, Black. I mean, Black America. I
Yeah.
don't know where the
But you don't know where that came from.
I don't know where that came from. That's what I want to know.
Scottish.
Yeah,
I
we
can't even
got
talk like
Scottish, we got Choctaw Indian. Because like I said, my family's
Ooh,
from
y'all
Alabama.
should do 23 and Me because I feel like Chris Rock has a joke or whatever. He did a DNA thing, and it's like the Black people always say they're Native American.
Indian. Yeah, everybody got
And
Indian.
and then they'd get the test and it's white, but it was like almost a way to like take away the shame of rape from slavery. So I was like, damn, that's deep.
Right. Well,
I think
because
we
you
all
really
have a little white in us. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Oh
we
yeah,
all
I even have a little bit.
I've got a lot of it.
Every
Oh,
day.
no. Dead. Done.
That's funny.
No,
you know what
but my
though,
dad did
Emily?
the
I always
thing,
thought
so-
I always thought you were just a mixed Black girl though the whole time. I never knew.
I
That
am.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh. Well, no, but I thought you said like
My mom's Filipino.
Yeah, yeah.
My
I never
mom's
knew that
Filipino
part.
and my dad's Black.
Okay,
so-
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were Filipino though. That's cool.
You weren't around for all the egg rolls, the lumpia, and the stuff my
Dude,
mom would bring.
I know about
Yes.
lumpia because of his
Oh,
government
okay.
name, which is
Yeah, we just put everybody out there. No, my mom used to show up after practice and games and just have trays. She'd be rolling lumpia all day,
Damn.
every day.
Dude,
Trays.
lumpia is the shit though. That's so good.
No.
I got to have it once thanks to you before I or twice maybe, but before I
Well, you
went
can do
vegan.
it, make it vegetable.
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
have
I've
to
had
have
it
meat.
vegan.
Yeah.
But I had the real authentic.
Yeah, the good.
Yeah, talk
But yeah,
about
the
high
vegans-
school where people had to make food for their what was that class? There was some class of people. It
Home
wasn't.
ec?
No. It was like some other class that like it was like some English class or something. It was
Oh, we
something
had to do
that
speech with that teacher, whoever she was.
yeah,
Ooh.
Driver,
you would,
Shiver.
yes, and you would
Shush.
make something, and then you would basically make a video and
Explain.
explain how
Yeah.
you would and then you would bring it in and you'd have a dish, and that was like the
It's high
benefit
school.
of class right there.
Oh my gosh. I remember we had something like that. It was called Around the World. And I don't even know. I'll have to Google it. But it was, I'll never forget because I kept trying to make it at home and I could never get it right. But it was some kind of dish that had chili, cornbread, and cheese. And they said it was a
It was a what?
They said it was an Egyptian dish. Welcome to Texas, y'all.
People are a mess.
Hey, have you guys ever had a Frito pie? Do you know
Oh,
what that is?
yes. Whew.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
I
like,
forgot about that.
so when my girl came here, like this place had Frito pie. She was like, "Oh, Frito pie, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, babe, don't worry about that. Like that,
Yeah.
you don't gotta have that. It's not a big deal." And she's like, "Oh, I gotta try it." And so she had it, and she was like, "Wow, I've never had this before." I'm like, "Babe, this is like Fritos, chili, lettuce and tomato, and some cheese." I go, "This is like a meal you make when you trying to host a lot of people, and you don't got a lot of
Don't have
resources."
a lot of money. Well, they could do that too. They take just the bag of
Taco
Fritos
salad, yeah.
and put the stuff in, and you can walk around and eat. We've done that before.
I mean, I do that at 7-Eleven.
Ooh,
You get
that
that
sound good.
bag of Fritos, put it
Yeah.
underneath the chili and cheese machine.
There you go. Look at you.
Yeah, you know.
Num. 7-Eleven.
What's the difference between that and the taco salad? Sounds similar to me. Sounds delish.
Well, then you start getting into other things. I mean, here they got fry bread. Like they got Indian fry bread. You
Fry
can do
bread.
that. So good. You can do taco salad that way.
I love food. God damn.
Right?
Now here the thing in New Mexico is green chili. That is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a thing. Like, and no Anaheim peppers are not the same. Like green chili is Hatch green chili. It's a big thing. And like
Mhm.
I see like places in Cali try to say they have it, but they have it as powder that they shake on stuff. It's not actual Hatch green chili.
Mow your face. You're like,
She's like, well, she knows.
no.
Here,
Okay.
it's one of two
I'm-
things.
I'm-
It's red chili or green chili. And typically the question they ask you here is red or green. and some people say Christmas, which is both.
Yeah.
You can get a burrito smothered with both red and green
Yum.
chili, and it's like bomb.
I don't like wet burritos.
You don't like wet burritos?
I had a
I
vegan
think you
one somewhere.
there's
It
all
was
kinds of cheese smothered on it. You don't have to hold it. You just cut it, eat it with the fork.
I don't like to. That's extra. I want to just eat it
Okay.
and
I
pour
love
the salt, pour it on maybe for each bite. But I don't want to be sitting there
Yes,
doing all
I
that.
love a perfectly wrapped burrito. Whew.
Okay.
Yes.
I like a
I hate when it's
chicharrone
falling out the
burrito.
bottom.
Mhm.
What?
Chicharrone burrito, man. Oh man.
What's that?
What, those chip things?
Chicharrone?
The
It's
pork
like it's
rinds?
like yeah, but it's
Yes.
like still kind of meaty though.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
pretty bomb. Like there's some good food here in New
You're
Mexico.
grossing her out. Okay. You
No,
are grossing her
Oh,
out.
that is true, huh? That is
Don't
true.
don't project it on me. I'm
Yeah.
Well, your
don't-
face is doing
she's-
it. Your face is like,
well,
Look,
maybe I'm having a stroke. Who knows?
hey, but you know, though, on the real,
Smile real quick,
there's
smile.
this company, Vegan Pork Rinds, and I'll tell you what, like
I
they're
have some.
so good. It's called like Outstanding or something, and like the brand they do vegan pork rinds, and I was like, oh, are these gonna be good? And honestly, they're bomb. Like,
Yeah.
it's a pea protein. It's so good too. Like I'd be loving it.
I made a vegan fish, and I just
What? A vegan
Yeah.
fish?
Yeah, it's good.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
So basically, you just put the C ingredients, so like seaweed and stuff, and just all the C ingredients, and like marinate the tofu in it, and
Okay.
and then you just prepare it just like you would like a fried.
Gives
fish.
it a fishy flavor. Like
yeah,
the
it
tofu.
gives
It
it,
gives it.
yeah, it gives that the tofu takes in all of that flavor, and
Okay.
and then just fry it up like you would with fish, like make a fried fish fillet. It was good. I'm like, ooh.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I
make
love that
again.
I love that you're loving it. Like, I mean, the most tofu I've had is in miso soup. You know what I mean? Like,
The little tiny dried
those,
up.
those tiny pieces. You know?
I love miso. Ooh, miso soup.
Right?
I haven't had miso soup in a minute.
I want
I'm
some
like, maybe
matzo
if I
ball
just-
soup. I may make some.
Ooh. I
Mm.
want some udon. Shoot, now we talking.
You
What's
guys
going
need to
on?
have a second show called a cooking show.
We
or
should have a
something.
mukbang
No.
or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
What?
We should have a what? What is that?
Where
I've
people
never
You ever heard of
They
mukbang?
eat.
Tell her. Tell
A
her
what?
what's
It's
A
the people sitting
mukbang?
mukbang,
mukbang.
Oh, I was.
where people sit and
Mukbang.
eat on the camera.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And what? And you just film each other eating?
No, people just watch them eat. It's crazy.
Yeah, like that's how I found that dude eating the
Is that nasty?
Ghana food. No, he's just trying it all. He's the person was just trying it all and telling you what it's like. And
Oh,
I never appreciate those because it's like taste is so personal. I
yeah.
believe that no one's ever lived up to my expectations. It's
Dang.
always
excuse me.
people have
Whoa.
always exceeded my expectations.
I'm like, I've cooked for you before. Don't even start.
You have.
Yes, I have.
You've
Oh,
not
she
cooked
forgot
for
it
me,
wasn't
have not.
memorable.
Fresh, like
Sam, yes,
sausage-
fresh food. Yes,
fresh
you were in
food.
Long Beach. Yep, it was salmon. I had made a whole thing. It was like a honey glaze. Girl.
Girl, I'm
So
talking
what
about
she-
restaurants anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, you didn't make me no home dish. I don't remember. Like
Oh.
I
I
was.
sure did.
Was it like some vegetables fried?
You know what? Forget you then.
She's like, you're vegan. Here you go. Here's some
I'm sure I
carrots.
probably had 2 or 3 plates. So
I
don't
cooked for
worry
you
about
when
it.
you came to my house in Hollister. I made you a vegan. So I forgot. I had lemongrass. And what did I make you?
Oh yeah, that was bomb. That was good. I forgot about that.
Oh,
It was
see,
like a
look.
curry,
yeah,
like a vegetable.
Yeah. Oh, I was fucking that up. Yeah, that was a bomb.
Hey, curry is the shit though, right? Like I love
Mhm.
curry. I don't care if it's vegan or not.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
But yeah, you go to places like these restaurants and stuff, and it's like I always am just like, why were people waiting in line for this? Like, really? But it's the places where I have no expectation. But yeah, they're so good. Like some of the good vegan tacos and stuff would be like, well, I had no idea. This place isn't even vegan. They just offer that. And it's like, wow.
So like
Yeah,
could
they're
a
super-
taco with beans and potato qualify as a vegan taco at that point?
If it's not fried in animal fat, why not?
Okay, because I feel like my mom made one time, and I was like, "Damn, mom, this is good." And that was only because she wasn't trying to give me like 4 tacos of regular meat. She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll give you 6 of these," and I was like, "All right, let me
you
get
were
those
just looking at
back."
the quantity.
I was like, "Bet, let me get these potato and bean tacos for sure."
Sounds good.
Man, you know,
Oh,
they-
tacos now.
Potato.
they're trying to regulate portions and shit. I'm like, I'm trying to eat.
They're like, those beans will run right through them.
Seriously, right? They're like,
Fiber.
Oh, he won't
Fiber.
want to eat anymore after that. I'm like, give me twice as much.
I was kind of similar too. I was eating so much as a kid, ridiculous. Like I said, I wasn't even kidding. I'd have a whole Little Caesars pizza.
At
No
what age?
joke.
How old were you?
Like 10. Like I wasn't old.
Oh, little
But have
10-year-old
you ever
Mo.
killed a pizza in your adulthood? Oh man, I
Oh
swear
gosh,
I've ordered
several.
a
I
medium
used to back in the
pizza.
day. A
I
medium.
kill it.
I used to
Kill
order
it.
2 larges and eat both.
God, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad situation.
I mean, when the pizza's good, shit. I mean,
That food.
I've never done that.
you never
Bro,
done
you are
that?
tripping. No,
That
but
food
I'll
love
eat,
language.
but not pizza. It was
I mean, when
like
you
I've
think
made a
about
whole
it-
loaf of bread into French toast and then just got down on that. Like that's how I roll.
I mean,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
don't,
shoot, I
if you
just
think
ate
about the
bread.
nutrients and you just think that you're eating a whole bunch of bread and then carbo, it's kind of crazy. But
I try
if you
not to
don't pay
think about
attention,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
Or like a whole gallon of ice cream. I've done that.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. I
I'm
used to
I'm
do
a
that back in
sweet.
the
I have
day.
a sweet situation. I'll eat a
definitely-
whole sheet cake
I used to buy sheet cake. Yep,
Oh,
I used to do that too. And
shit.
and
ice
just eat
cream.
a whole damn.
And I had to get 1 bite of the ice cream and 1 bite of the sheet cake.
really.
Watch
No,
my
I had
I'm
a bad,
separate. I'm
bad,
separate.
bad breakup,
Mm.
and I bought the mother load cake from Claim Jumper, and I ate not just a slice,
Okay.
the
Okay.
cake,
The
and I just
whole
sat there and
thing.
ate the whole. I felt so sick.
I mean, I killed a pint of mint chocolate chip pistachio
yes.
and then made the mistake of drinking a Mountain Dew afterwards. Oh my God, I puked.
Well,
It
I
was
can't
so
do
crazy.
Mountain
Oh,
Dew.
poor boo. Ooh, no.
I was like, you can't drink soda after dairy like that. Like, that is just not a good call.
But see, I get the same effect because a lot of the I was talking to somebody the other day who made a good point about how the vegan food, because of they have to add protein and things like that, or add flavors, you get more calories than you would. For instance, I
Really?
have a yogurt that
Oh,
is
yeah.
one of my yogurts, which is great, I think, because a lot of the coconut and almond yogurts will be like 1 protein. But this one is a coconut one, but they put pea protein in it. And so then they have to offset that. So they have to put more sugar in it. So you get more carbs. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I think they both had the same carbs. They both were around 13 to 15 carbs. And the vegan one was 190 calories.
Boom.
And the meat,
Regular.
I mean, the regular dairy one.
The
was,
meat one, meat yogurt.
The
Who's eating that?
The tzatziki, right?
The regular dairy one,
Ooh, I love tzatziki.
110 calories. And then
Oh,
it
that's
also
like-
had more protein. So that's still
That's why you
80
can't be
calories.
counting anything.
I don't even pay attention to that shit anymore. I used
I
to.
was
I
just
can't. I don't
curious.
care.
was
Does
just
it
an
taste good? Give me
exercise. I was
5.
curious,
I
right?
can't.
That's
I'm on
binge
autopilot
eating,
right
we're
now.
describing.
So.
That's binge eating.
That's true. That's true.
But if I've always eaten that way,
I mean, look,
that's
you
how my
take it.
body works.
You could take advantage of like DoorDash or like Uber
Oh
Eats.
yeah,
Oh, Uber Eats is at my house every day.
right?
Every day.
Right.
Oh, I bet.
Every single day.
When Facebook markets something to you, like before I got on this call, I was seeing a bunch of gourmet pretzels, and I was like, "Damn, I really didn't type in pretzels
Ooh.
anywhere."
With
on
like a
Facebook.
beer cheese dip.
You know
Oh,
what
they-
they had?
Ooh.
Or those strawberry glazed Krispy Kreme donuts that are popping up on the internet now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Good Lord. Here they got the blue corn donuts, the ones that are like those are
Oh,
like the
interesting.
vegan and gluten. Yeah, they're like blue corn.
I love people thinking outside of the box, and we were talking about that before. Like all of these kids are getting allergies and stuff, so we're getting more options with food.
Right.
So
But
Where
why
did
are they
get
getting
these
the
damn
allergies?
allergies from?
Thank you.
I don't
Like,
know.
when-
What do they call those?
when you were growing up-
chemtrails?
But when we were growing up, I feel like I didn't know anybody who had a nut allergy.
Right.
And now everybody got a nut allergy or a gluten sensitivity or a
Is it because
like
of the
what-
food, like the chemicals and stuff with the foods?
well, what my husband and I talk about this, and he's like, people probably were back then, but they were just like,
Didn't
suck it up.
notice,
That's
yeah.
too bad.
Yeah.
So you crap when you drink milk. That's what happens. Like
Oh yeah,
it's not a
that's definitely my
sensitivity or like a,
situation.
Yeah.
I
I don't
mean,
know where they
a
get all that.
sensitivity is not an allergy either. And I
Yeah,
think a lot of
allergy
people
you
are
can
like,
die
ooh,
and go in like the
yeah.
shock.
But I mean, if your tummy hurts after you, I mean, my tummy hurts probably every time I eat. Like if I'm eating something, like I'm like, that didn't sit right, like whatever. But I'm not
Right.
allergic to.
If you kill a pizza and you got to
Right.
take a nap afterwards, then you just
That's
take a nap.
natural. Yeah, that's your body functioning the way it should.
But all
You
of a
gotta
sudden,
take a
it's,
nap after.
but all of a sudden, it's like, oh well, you might have. What do they say you have now? If you, it's a gluten allergy, or you
Celiacs or something.
yeah, celiacs. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
that's been around, yeah.
right? And it's like, no, I just ate a pizza and fell asleep. Oh yeah, you got celiacs.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they
Or like if you
tested
break
that.
out, they're like, oh, you might have a gluten sensitivity because you've
Yeah.
got pimples here or whatever.
Well,
And then you
people
read,
always say to cut that out if you're like breaking out. Yeah, that is true.
and
I've
then
heard
it's
that.
like, oh well, if you don't eat gluten for a while, then you'll restructure the tract, right? Like you'll refortify, and then of course you'll be good. But the minute you eat gluten again, it's like you're fucked.
And then
Yeah,
you
I
get
don't have
sick.
that problem, thank goodness, because
Ugh.
I would be lost without gluten. No.
I mean, I've gone some time without eating dairy. That just meant I just didn't eat ice cream and didn't eat pizza. Because
I just eat it all with vegan ingredients.
see,
Coconut, tapioca, cashew, whatever. I'm like,
damn.
bring it.
The tapioca, man. I just think about those little pudding cups with the
Oh,
tapioca
yes. I was thinking about that today.
Ugh, I hate it. Though.
Tapioca
I
pudding.
liked it was like a love-hate.
flavor.
It was like, I'm not going to turn you down. I'm not going to say no. If, that's the pudding cup.
It's tapioca pudding, and it's all those different flavors of Pringles.
I like the chocolate and vanilla pudding. That was my favorite.
Ooh, the swirl. You like that swirl?
That little swirl in there, right?
Swirl. Yeah, I used to get that. The 6-pack.
Food was wild back then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild now. If you look at
Sunny
the kid
D. Do
stuff,
they still have Sunny D? Does that still exist?
I love Sunny D.
They probably do, like the fifth version of it or something.
Kool-Aid.
Like, they got the little black kid in front going, "Oh, I'm looking for the Sunny D." He's like purple. He's like purple stuff.
Did a purple stuff.
I'm like, he was after that purple stuff.
That sister.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Oh, you guys are wild.
I mean, look, if you really think about a lot of those commercials back then, like they canceling shit now, man, they would have gone back and
we
be
would
like,
have all been
ooh,
all these
So
commercials.
offended.
the
So
little
offended.
black kid in there, purple
Right?
stuff.
Dancing stuff. All up in the refrigerator, just came from outside, didn't even wash his hands. All up in the fridge.
With his soccer team and
Right?
stuff.
Yeah, he's
Everybody
like-
came in.
And shit.
He's like,
In what reality, like whose house was it, first of all? Because I know in my household that would be unacceptable. Somebody would have gotten in trouble. You ain't running into this house without washing your head and digging up in my refrigerator. You didn't had it on too long.
Standing with it open.
You got
Okay.
right. Ooh, you can't be. He was in that commercial was way
Food
too long.
gonna
to
go
be
bad.
Yep.
you'd be like, yo, you running up the bill? You better shut that fridge.
I was like, people don't know a lot of black families, man, and maybe all, but I'm black, so I'm speaking of my experience. Okay. God.
Don't be standing with that
Right?
fridge
I'm
open.
talking
You
about my
running up
black
the bill.
experience. Yes, that's what it was like. I'm like, dang, my parents, they already knew. They were raising me to be, conserve energy, to be green. I was like, okay, green, go green, fam.
Right? They're like, what you staring into the fridge for? This ain't a supermarket.
Right?
Right.
Get in there and get
Ain't
out.
nothing for you anyway, so get out.
Ooh, I remember. Ooh, I would hate getting caught up in there when I'd be having the refrigerator all open too long because I couldn't. And I'm like, oh, they won't know. Boom. I'm like, oh,
all the food's getting warm.
right.
Hey, but have you seen these Facebook influencer videos where like
No,
I think about this one where the woman makes nachos on her counter. Have you seen that one? And
that's
she's
disgusting. And then the toilet, yeah.
yeah, she's
And
making
she's-
nachos on her damn
Yeah.
counter. She's got the cheese spread on
She
the
just spreads
countertop,
it straight out.
and
yeah.
she just spreads all the toppings in, and she's
And she
eating
probably,
them. And
she probably
I'm
threw
like-
that away.
I'm like, get the hell out of here. And then the other one that
It's
she
so
made,
wasteful.
and then she made one where she put like all these hot dogs in a waffle maker. She's like, you guys are eating eating hot dogs wrong. And she puts these 3 hot dogs in the waffle maker, puts like ketchup in there on each side, puts relish in there, and then she presses it down. But mind you, to get the relish, she like sticks her dirty nail or dirty fingers all up in the relish, puts it on each one. I'm thinking, damn, you didn't wash your hands. And then she reaches
but it's
into
her
the
food, I
drawer.
guess.
Yeah, it's her
She reaches
food.
into the drawer, grabs like something out of there.
She ain't got no
her
towel.
grubby hands. She didn't even wash her hands. Then touches the damn waffle maker with her same grubby hands, presses the things together. After about a minute, she's like, these are awesome. And it's just basically like hot dogs that look like they've been waffle pressed. You know what I mean? I was like,
Simple people, you know.
Was it the relish inside with the ketchup?
Yeah.
What does it matter, Mo?
the
Yeah,
ketchup.
that sounds good. Like,
Oh, the
Make it
ketchup
good
was
with
in the
vegetable
hot dog
oil.
too, but the
yeah,
relish was separate.
So,
But she like reached in the relish with her fingers, like
Why didn't you get a
but-
spoon?
yeah. So
Why are
despite
you-
that, like regardless of that, because
It
I
was
wouldn't be
nasty.
doing that. So
that is
I'm gonna
nasty.
have
That's
that-
like, let me get some mayonnaise and put it on my
yeah,
sandwich
that's
with my.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take a spoon, take a knife. So when she ate it, it was like a waffle sandwich. So it
It was
getting
all
real
waffle
serious.
pressed.
This
Yeah,
is-
it was all waffle pressed. They
that
had the
sounds
imprints
good.
and
I'm gonna
everything.
look that up.
I mean, look, I thought she was grilling the hot dogs a particular way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The funnier ones are when like the person's blindfolded and it's the person that's like, she's about to find out that she cheated on me. And it's like the person like flipping the signs over and
Those
it's
are
like,
fake. I'm sorry, I don't believe.
I
it.
know, yeah, they're
so
so
fake.
fake. It's so ridiculous.
I
But
am
it's just
so.
like,
What is going on with these videos? And then those,
don't
they're the. I
know.
don't know the overly sentiment. I don't know what the word is, but it's like they're these ones where they are like, well, I don't like you because you're not tall enough, and so then somebody else talks to the person, and then the person gets like ends up finding out that the person they just dissed was the CEO of a company or something like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
so basically you're telling me to treat people a certain way in case they're the CEO of a company? Like that's some messed up stuff. That's
Yeah, or
Are
like
you
the
talking about
woman-
like those Jay Shetty films and
yeah,
stuff? Like those little
that
short,
mess.
those cheesy
I
ones?
hate those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or the dude's
cheesy.
talking to the girl and he's like hollering at her and she's like, oh, I gotta go. I got a boyfriend. And then he rolls up next to the sick Ferrari and then all of a sudden she's like, yo, can I ride in that?
Yeah.
And he's
so
like,
stupid.
oh no, you're a gold digger.
It's like, yeah, so you should have been nice to that guy because look,
Look, he has a
cares?
Tesla.
yeah, it's like that is some stupid stuff, and the grown people out here using that for advice, that's horrible. It's so
Or
funny.
also, it's kind of offensive. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, are people walking around really thinking women are doing that?
yes,
Right.
there's a whole
Like-
manosphere. Remember the
Like, I feel like it's a make believe thing. Like, I mean, maybe there are a handful of women out there doing that, but no woman's gonna be like, ew, no, yuck. Oh, and then you show up with like a nice car, and all of a sudden I'm throwing panties
they
at you.
flip
Like,
the
that's so
script.
stupid.
like, you
Please.
see so many, like well, at least in the cishet situation, you see a lot of women like with men who they may be more attractive than. It's like common.
Right. I mean, I
So
always like
people
to
are-
like I always like to people watch and see like couples and I think it's cool to see like the ideal couple. You're like, oh wow, that's cool. They're like they ended up together, you know, because it'd be like,
What's an
maybe
ideal
like-
couples?
I don't know, but I mean like to see like the really short dude and the tall woman, and usually you know you hear enough women they're like, I can't date a short guy, and then I see this couple and I'm like, dude, that's dope. Like, you know, they're probably the only couple like that, but like that's pretty tight that actually worked out that way, you know, or just opposites.
That's
you know,
how I
just-
feel about my 600-pound life. It's just like, yeah. Right? That's that fold love. That's good.
Oh.
Talking about that. Oh. Want somebody
Yeah.
to wipe your folds? Is that what you're
Right.
talking about? That's so
we should
nasty.
make a hit.
I need someone to wipe my folds
My
tonight.
folds, my folds, my folds.
Whose folds? Yours.
Get that backup dancing.
I can't.
Get it, girl.
It's 7:30. I gotta put babies to sleep soon.
Well, thank you so much. Any do you want to give any shout out to your podcast?
Yeah. What's the name of your podcast?
Man,
Let's
my
plug that.
podcast is We Are Seek and Strike podcast.
What?
We
How do
are
you spell
Seek
that?
and Strike.
Oh, seek and strike. Okay.
Yeah, Seek and Strike, the ampersand for the and sign.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
said
We Are Seek and Strike. Podcast, yeah, it's a soccer podcast, like we were talking about, but yeah, just plugging that. You know, got to give a shout out to my girl V.
Hey V.
Hey V.
You know, so she'll like it. So the funny thing is, me and my friends, we tried to do a podcast like this, like a hangout podcast, and we had like 5 hours of audio. At the end of it all, dudes were like, bro, I need you to edit that out. Bro, I need you to edit that out. Like they said all this stuff that they knew that they didn't really want in the audio, but they were just venting. And
Yeah.
but we laughed.
No, that's
So we
great.
laughed. So we laughed at it, but it just never turned out to be any episodes. I was like, damn it, dude. You guys got to stop talking
Dang.
about stuff you don't
Well,
want
you have
in the
the
episodes.
footage. Bleep it
Yeah.
out.
So
It just takes somebody to be able to weed through it all.
You know, you can
That's
pay
true.
people to do that. I don't think it's that expensive either.
You could pay me to do that because you know
Ooh, yeah.
I do that.
You'd be like,
Anybody wants their podcast edited, holler.
Ooh, there you go, girl. Side
Never.
hustle.
there it is. Side work, hustle.
Hey.
Get that bag.
All right,
Every day I'm
y'all.
hustling. Okay, I gotta put babies to sleep. I
have a
gotta
good
pee,
week.
and I gotta eat a bowl of cereal. So
All right, enjoy. Bye.
it was good
Love it.
talking.
It was great.
Bye.